Do you sometimes feel your legs getting weaker with age? Maybe climbing stairs feels heavier than it used to, or standing up from a chair takes just a little more effort. Many seniors think this is just normal aging, but the truth is, when your leg strength begins to fade, it's often a warning sign of something deeper happening inside your body. Ignoring this change can put you at risk for falls, loss of independence, and even long-term disability. Weak legs are not just about muscles, they're also linked to your brain, balance, and overall mobility. If left unchecked, this quiet problem can make everyday tasks harder, and before you know it, even walking around the house can feel like a challenge. But here's the hopeful part. Research shows that one simple daily habit can make a dramatic difference in keeping your legs strong, your balance steady, and your independence intact. In this video, we'll explore why leg muscles shrink with age, the hidden connection between your muscles and brain health, and most importantly, the simple nutritional step you can take every day to fight back. Stay with me until the end, because the solution is easier than you think. Welcome, my friends. If you are over 60, this video was made with you in mind. Many seniors notice their legs just don't feel as strong as they once did. Walking longer distances feels tiring. Standing for too long becomes uncomfortable, and even climbing a few steps may seem harder than before. Now, most people brush this off as just old age. But what if I told you there is usually a hidden reason behind this change? And more importantly, what if that reason is something you can actually improve? Today, we're going to uncover the deeper cause behind shrinking leg strength after 60, and I'll show you how your muscles, your balance, and even your brain are all more connected than you might imagine. The good news is, science has already given us a clear, simple way to fight back, and it doesn't require extreme exercise or expensive treatments. So stay with me, because the solution is not only practical, but it's also something you can start today. As we move beyond the age of 60, many of us begin to notice subtle but frustrating changes in our legs. Tasks that once felt simple, like standing from a chair, walking across a parking lot, or bending to pick something up, may suddenly feel heavier, slower, or less stable. This experience is extremely common among seniors, but the important thing to understand is that it's not just normal aging. It's something with a medical name, and that name is sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that happens with age. Doctors have studied this for years, and what they've discovered is eye-opening. After the age of 30, we naturally lose about 3 to 5% of our muscle mass each decade. By the time we reach 60 and beyond, this adds up to a significant decline if we don't take steps to slow it down. The result? Weaker muscles, reduced endurance, and an increased risk of falling or needing support for even simple tasks. What does sarcopenia look like in daily life? For many seniors, it starts small. You might notice that climbing stairs feels more tiring, or that carrying groceries makes your legs shake. Standing up from a chair may take more effort, or you may find yourself holding onto the railing for balance more often. Walking speed often slows down too, and that's not just inconvenience. Researchers now know that slower walking speed is a warning sign of muscle and balance decline. On a microscopic level, the cause is simple but powerful. Our muscle fibers shrink with age. The body makes fewer of the hormones that keep muscles strong, and nerve connections to the muscles gradually weaken. Imagine each muscle like a thick rope made up of smaller strands. With sarcopenia, some of those strands fray or thin out, making the rope weaker. This is why seniors can lose strength, even if their weight stays the same. The effects ripple into everyday life. Weak legs mean stairs become a mountain. Bending to pick up an object feels risky. Even balancing while brushing your teeth or cooking a meal can feel less secure. And here's the most important point. While many people think this is just what happens with age, the truth is different. Sarcopenia is not an automatic fate. Yes, aging makes us more vulnerable, but with the right habits, nutrition, and small exercises, seniors can preserve much more strength than they realize. Understanding the problem is the first step. Once you know that weak legs are not just aging but a preventable condition called sarcopenia, you can begin to fight back. And in the next parts of this video, we'll talk about the hidden dangers of letting it go unchecked, the surprising brain connection, and most importantly, the simple daily solution that can help keep your muscles strong. Do you ever notice that your legs feel weaker when climbing stairs or standing up? Share your story in the comments. You're not alone. When your legs begin to lose strength after 60, the problem isn't only about feeling tired or moving more slowly. The truth is, weak legs can quietly open the door to a series of health risks that every senior deserves to understand. The first and most serious risk is falls. Studies show that weak leg muscles are the single biggest factor behind falls in older adults. And falls are not just small accidents. They are the #1 cause of senior injuries in the United States. Every year, millions of older adults end up in emergency rooms because of falls, often leading to fractures, head injuries, or long hospital stays. Even more concerning, many seniors never fully recover their independence after a major fall. But the dangers don't stop there. When your legs are weak, even basic daily tasks can feel unsafe. Cooking at the stove becomes risky if your balance wavers. Shopping for groceries may leave your legs trembling halfway down the aisle. Using the bathroom, something we all take for granted, can feel unsteady. And for many seniors, that creates embarrassment and loss of confidence. These challenges slowly chip away at independence, leaving many older adults dependent on others for help with simple routines. Another hidden danger is the connection between your muscles and your brain health. Most people don't realize that when leg muscles weaken, the brain suffers too. How? Because physical activity and strong muscles increase blood flow, oxygen, and nutrients to the brain. Without this, memory, focus, and even mood can decline faster. Researchers have found that seniors with weaker legs often show faster signs of cognitive decline, meaning that leg strength is not just about mobility, it's about keeping the mind sharp as well. And here is something many people rarely consider. Ignoring weak legs today doesn't just mean a harder time tomorrow. It means a future where risks grow larger and independence grows smaller. A future where a small stumble could lead to months of recovery. A future where activities you love, walking in the park, traveling, playing with grandchildren, may no longer feel safe. This message is not meant to create fear, but to shine a respectful light on reality. Weak legs are not something to brush aside as a minor issue. They are a signal, a warning that your body needs support. The good news is that this signal comes early, and by paying attention now, you have the power to change the story. Have you ever worried about falling or losing balance during daily tasks? Share your experience in the comments. Your story may help another senior watching right now. Most people think of muscles as something that only affects strength, walking, or movement. But here's something surprising. Your leg strength is deeply connected to your brain health. In fact, when your legs are strong, your brain tends to stay sharper, more focused, and better protected as you age. Let's break down how this connection works. First, strong muscles improve blood flow. Every time your legs contract and move, they act like a pump, pushing blood upward toward your heart and brain. This blood carries oxygen and nutrients that your brain needs to stay active and alert. When leg strength fades, that pumping action becomes weaker, and your brain may not get the same level of oxygen-rich blood. Over time, this can affect memory, concentration, and even mood. Second, let's talk about nerve-muscle communication. Your brain constantly sends tiny electrical signals through nerves to control your leg muscles. The stronger your muscles remain, the better these signals are received and returned. But with age, if muscles shrink, those communication lines become less efficient. It's like having a phone with a weak signal. Messages don't go through as clearly. This doesn't just affect movement. It also impacts how quickly the brain processes information. Researchers have studied this connection closely. In one large study, seniors who maintained stronger leg muscles performed better on memory and reasoning tests over a 10-year period compared to those with weaker legs. Another study showed that people with stronger walking speed and muscle strength had slower rates of brain shrinkage on brain scans. These findings suggest that leg strength is more than mobility. It's almost like a shield for your mind. Why does this happen? Scientists believe that active, strong muscles release certain chemicals called myokines. These are like little messengers that travel through the blood, telling the brain to grow new connections, protect existing cells, and fight inflammation. So when your muscles work, your brain benefits too. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Your brain-muscle connection doesn't depend on exercise alone. There is a key nutrient that helps strengthen this pathway. Without it, muscles struggle to contract fully, nerves lose efficiency, and the brain doesn't get the support it needs. Doctors often notice that when seniors add more of this nutrient into their daily lives, their muscles respond better, and their thinking feels clearer. We'll reveal what this nutrient is very soon, but for now, just remember, your muscles and your brain are partners, and when one gets weaker, the other follows. So the next time you think of keeping your legs strong, remember, you're not just protecting your mobility, you're also protecting your memory, your focus, and your independence. Did you know your legs and brain were connected in this way? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear if this surprised you. When we think about weak legs, many seniors assume it's simply old age. But here's the truth. Much of the weakness we feel in our legs comes from daily habits that can be changed. It's not your fault. Life, routines, and even medications often play a role. But by understanding these habits, you can take back control. Let's go through them together. 1. Sedentary lifestyle, sitting too long. One of the biggest culprits is sitting for long hours. Many seniors spend much of the day in chairs, recliners, or in front of the TV. While rest is important, too much sitting weakens the leg muscles because they are not being challenged. Muscles are like use-it-or-lose-it tissue. The less you use them, the faster they shrink. Even gentle standing breaks, short walks, or light stretches can make a powerful difference. 2. Poor diet lacking specific nutrients. Our muscles are hungry for fuel. And not just calories, but the right nutrients. A diet heavy in processed foods, sugars, or lacking in protein can slowly starve the muscles. Without proper nutrition, the body struggles to repair muscle fibers, leaving legs weaker and recovery slower after even minor activities. Later, we'll reveal a key nutrient that specifically supports both muscle and brain function. 3. Limited sunlight exposure. Another hidden factor is lack of sunlight. Seniors often spend more time indoors, which limits exposure to natural sunlight. This reduces the body's ability to produce certain vitamins that are crucial for muscle strength and bone health. Without them, balance declines, bones weaken, and muscles fatigue faster. Something as simple as spending 15 minutes outdoors each day can help your body recharge. 4. Medications and chronic illnesses. Here's something few people realize. Many common medications have side effects that contribute to muscle weakness. Cholesterol-lowering drugs, certain blood pressure pills, and even some treatments for arthritis or diabetes may affect how muscles work. Add to this chronic conditions like heart disease or arthritis, and it's easy to see why legs feel heavier or weaker over time. This isn't your fault. It's often the cost of managing other health conditions. That's why it's important to talk with your doctor if you notice your legs feeling weaker after a medication change. 5. The emotional side. Finally, habits often connect to emotions. Seniors dealing with stress, sadness, or loneliness may lose the motivation to stay active, which creates a cycle of less movement and more weakness. It's important to remember you are not alone, and small steps, even a 5-minute walk, can lift both mood and muscle strength. The encouraging news is this: none of these habits mean permanent weakness. Each one can be improved with small, realistic changes. Even if you've been living with them for years, your muscles are still ready to respond. And when you do, not only will your legs get stronger, but your brain and independence will thank you too. Doctors noticed something remarkable. When seniors added just one simple thing to their daily routine, their legs grew stronger, their balance improved, and even their energy seemed to rise. It wasn't a complicated workout plan, it wasn't a new medicine. It was something so natural and simple that many overlook it every single day. For years, researchers have studied why some seniors lose strength quickly, while others remain active and independent well into their 80s or even 90s. One major difference kept showing up in study after study: a missing nutrient. Without it, the legs grow weaker, bones become brittle, and balance feels unsteady. But with it, strength often returns, and daily life feels lighter and safer. So what is this nutrient? It's vitamin D. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin, but for seniors, it is much more than that. This vitamin acts like a powerful switch inside the body. It helps muscles contract, so when you stand up from a chair, your thighs and calves can work together smoothly. It keeps bones strong, lowering the risk of falls and fractures. And it supports the nerves that carry signals from your brain to your legs, which means better coordination and fewer stumbles. Unfortunately, most seniors do not get enough vitamin D. As we age, the skin produces less of it, even when we spend time outdoors. On top of that, many seniors spend more time indoors, limiting sunlight exposure. Even diet alone often cannot make up for this shortage. That is why leg weakness, balance problems, and fatigue often appear together. The good news is that this missing piece can be restored in simple, natural ways. A short time in the sun each day, even just 10 to 15 minutes, helps your body produce vitamin D. Certain foods, such as fatty fish like salmon, fortified milk, or even egg yolks, can also add to your daily intake. And for many seniors, doctors may recommend supplements to make sure the body gets enough. Adding vitamin D to your life is not about chasing youth. It is about giving your legs, your bones, and your brain the support they need to keep you independent. Imagine standing up with ease, walking with more confidence, and reducing the fear of falling, all from something as simple as restoring one natural nutrient your body has been missing. Have you ever been told you might be low in vitamin D? Share your experience in the comments. It may help someone else who feels the same struggles. Now that we've revealed the missing nutrient, let's talk about how you can add it to your everyday life in simple, doable steps. Remember, this is not about changing everything overnight. It's about small, consistent actions that protect your legs, strengthen your muscles, and keep your independence. 1. Include vitamin D in daily meals. Start by gently adjusting your meals. Foods rich in vitamin D can easily be part of breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Salmon or mackerel once or twice a week is an excellent choice. If you enjoy eggs, try keeping the yolk. That's where vitamin D lives. Fortified milk or plant-based alternatives also add to your daily dose. These small changes make your meals healthier without feeling restrictive. 2. Pair with calcium for maximum effect. Vitamin D works like a key, but calcium is the lock. Your body needs both for strong bones and muscles. Think of calcium as the building blocks, and vitamin D as the helper that places those blocks where they belong. Seniors can add calcium-rich foods like yogurt, leafy greens, or fortified orange juice. Together, vitamin D and calcium form a powerful team that protects your legs from weakness and your bones from fractures. 3. Safe sunlight exposure. Natural sunlight is still the best source of vitamin D. The challenge is finding a balance. Enough to benefit your body, but not so much that it harms your skin. For most seniors, 10 to 15 minutes of gentle morning sun on your face and arms is safe and effective. Sitting near a sunny window, gardening, or even walking outside can all help. The key is consistency. A little sunlight most days is far more powerful than a long session once in a while. 4. Supplements. When and how, sometimes. Food and sunlight alone are not enough, especially for seniors living in colder climates or those who spend most of their time indoors. That's where supplements may be helpful. But here's the important part. Never guess. Talk to your doctor first. A simple blood test can show if you're low in vitamin D. If you need a supplement, your doctor can recommend the safest dose. Taking too much can be harmful, so guidance is essential. 5. Movement plus nutrition equals best combo. Finally, never forget that nutrition and movement work best together. Imagine giving your body the right fuel but never driving the car. The muscles still won't grow stronger. Light movements like chair exercises, gentle stretching, or short walks signal your body to use that vitamin D and calcium to build stronger muscles. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day makes a big difference. This daily plan doesn't require perfection. If you miss a day of sunlight, or you forget to add salmon to your meal, don't worry. What matters is the pattern over weeks and months. By feeding your muscles the right nutrients, pairing them with activity, and checking with your doctor, you create the best possible defense against leg weakness. And the payoff: more confidence, more independence, and more joy in your daily life. Have you already tried adding vitamin D foods or supplements to your day? Share your experience in the comments. It could inspire someone else. Nutrition and sunlight are powerful allies for your legs, but there's one more piece of the puzzle: movement. Muscles respond to what you do with them. Even if you feed them all the vitamin D and calcium they need, they won't grow stronger unless you use them. The good news? You don't need a gym membership or heavy weights. Simple, safe exercises you can do right at home can restore strength, improve balance, and reduce the risk of falls. Let's explore 4 easy moves. 1. Chair stands. This is one of the most effective exercises for seniors because it strengthens the same muscles you use every day: your thighs, hips, and core. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the ground. Cross your arms over your chest or hold them out in front for balance. Slowly stand up, then sit back down with control. Start with 5 to 8 repetitions and gradually work your way up. Over time, this simple move makes standing from a chair or toilet much easier and safer. 2. Heel raises. This exercise targets your calves, which are crucial for walking stability and preventing stumbles. Stand behind a chair or countertop for support. Rise up on your toes slowly, then lower back down. Try 10 to 12 repetitions. If you feel steady, do them without holding on. Strong calves act like shock absorbers for your legs, making each step lighter. 3. Gentle balance drills. Balance can decline with age, but the brain and muscles can relearn it with practice. A simple drill is to stand behind a chair, lightly resting your hands for support. Lift one foot off the ground and hold for 5 to 10 seconds, then switch sides. Start small and increase your time as you feel more confident. Another variation is to walk heel to toe in a straight line across the room. These small drills train your brain, nerves, and muscles to work together. 4. Daily 5 to 10 minute routine. Consistency matters more than intensity. Aim for just 5 to 10 minutes of these exercises each day. You can do them while watching TV, listening to music, or chatting with family. Think of it as brushing your teeth, a daily habit that protects your health. Even short sessions add up to stronger legs, better posture, and fewer falls. Why exercise plus nutrition doubles the benefits? When you combine these movements with proper nutrition, especially vitamin D and calcium, your body responds even faster. The exercises tell your muscles we need to get stronger, while the nutrients provide the tools to build that strength. It's the perfect partnership. Seniors who practice both see noticeable improvements in walking speed, balance, and overall confidence. These exercises aren't about becoming an athlete. They're about independence. They're about walking to the mailbox without fear, playing with your grandchildren, and staying active in the moments that matter most. So start small, stay consistent, and remember, every repetition is an investment in your freedom. Do you already do any of these exercises at home? Which one helps you the most? Share in the comments. Your story might encourage someone else. Weak legs are not simply a part of normal aging. They are a signal from your body that it needs support. And the wonderful truth is, you can give it that support. Far too often, seniors accept leg weakness as something they just have to live with. But this isn't true. With the right steps, strength can return, balance can improve, and independence can be protected. We've seen what happens when leg weakness is ignored: a higher risk of falls, slower recovery after even minor activities, and a greater chance of losing independence. And beyond that, there is the connection to brain health. When your legs are weak, your brain receives fewer signals, and even memory and thinking can suffer. Ignoring weak legs doesn't just affect how you walk, it affects how you live. But you now know the solution. A daily habit of vitamin D, through sunlight, foods, or supplements when necessary, feeds your muscles, bones, and nerves. Paired with even simple at-home exercises like chair stands, heel raises, and balance drills, this habit can transform your strength. These aren't overwhelming medical treatments. They're small, natural actions you can begin today, right where you are. Think of the possibilities. Standing up from a chair with ease, walking to the mailbox without fear, playing with your grandchildren, or enjoying the confidence of knowing your legs will carry you safely. These are not dreams. They are the very real rewards of consistency with vitamin D and movement. You have the power to take control. Age does not define your strength. Your habits do. Starting today, you can choose to nourish your body, move your muscles, and protect your independence. So here's my encouragement to you. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for a fall or a warning sign. Begin today. Add that small source of vitamin D to your meals, step outside for a few minutes of sunlight, and try those simple exercises. With every choice, you are investing in stronger legs, steadier balance, and a brighter, healthier future. You have the power to keep your legs strong, your balance steady, and your independence alive. Start today.